Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite cash game plays for this Week 14 NFL DraftKings main slate. Let's dive right into it. And like I always do here in these videos, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of my cheat sheet, breaking down some of my favorite cash game plays here for this Week 14 NFL DraftKings main slate. But before we dive into the quarterbacks, everyone, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. It is completely free for you to do, and every like, comment, and sub that you guys leave truly does help me out here on YouTube. With that being said, let's dive into the quarterbacks here, everyone. And the reality is not much has changed for me when it comes to rostering a quarterback this week. I think the 5K range is offering a lot of value, particularly here with Jacoby Brissett, a guy who's now hit 20 plus DraftKings points in every single start he's had this year. DraftKings refuses to price him up when he should be probably priced in the mid 6K range. So this is my preferred play here against the Los Angeles Rams. If for some reason I need to save $300, and we all know how that can go throughout our DFS lineups, you think you got the perfect lineup and then you're $200, $300 over budget. I don't mind Trevor Lawrence here at $5,400. He is going to be a very chalky quarterback this week in both cash games and tournaments. And make sure you stay tuned for my final tournaments play video immediately following this. A good spot here against the Indianapolis Colts, who are expected to be missing Sauce Gardner as well, so I don't mind that price there at $5,400. Honorable mentions, I wanted to talk about Josh Allen again. I feel like I'd shoot myself in the foot if I didn't at least mention him, because people are going to play him in cash in a really good spot here against the Cincinnati Bengals, a defense that has not been able to stop the pass or the run this year. So he's got a really nice ceiling potential game here against Cincinnati. So again, I wanted to highlight him. I think people are going to play him in cash, as well as Tyrod Taylor in the 4K range. If we're looking for a major value play, he was the guy that stuck out to me. Now, moving on to the running backs, and this is the position I would like to spend up at most this week. Devon Achane looks really nice here at $8,800 going up against the New York Jets. James Cook is in a smash spot here against that Cincinnati Bengals defense. You know, part of the reason I put Josh Allen as an honorable mention is because I really do like James Cook here this week, and he'll be very popular as well. On the other side of that game, I really like Chase Brown as well. You know, we've talked about the Buffalo Bills running defense not being able to stop anyone all year. Their pass defense is very good. Run defense, not good at all. But for some reason, he's not projecting to be very popular. I think he's going to be a great tournament play, but for me, I think he's cash game viable as well. I really like the volume he's been getting since their bye for Cincinnati. Now, I do want to mention Josh Jacobs here at $6,800 as an honorable mention, because right now, in that mid to upper 6K range, he is projecting to be the popular play when it comes to cash lineups over Chase Brown. But again, for me, I like Brown just slightly more. And then in the 5K range here, I think RJ Harvey is offering some nice value. He scored 2 touchdowns last week, not running the ball super efficiently, but he's their number 1 running back right now in Denver. Now, folks, before we dive into the wide receivers here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, again, I would greatly appreciate that. Every like, comment, and sub that you guys leave here truly does help me out on YouTube. Now, you're looking at the wide receivers, and I just mentioned it. I want to spend up at the running back position this week when it comes to my cash lineup. I think there's high ceiling potential there. Not that there isn't here at the wide receiver position. I think both Jamar Chase and Puka Nacua are going to be relatively popular in cash lineups this week, but I think this 5K range is offering some really, really nice value. Starting here with Michael Wilson, it doesn't sound like Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to play this week, and we saw what Michael Wilson did with him out of the lineup. Really good value here at $5,600. Christian Watson, notoriously a tournament-only play, has been getting some really nice volume as of late, and he's on the field pretty much every snap when they're throwing the ball. And then Terry McLaurin, I thought, was a sneaky play at $5,200. Obviously going into a tougher game environment here against Minnesota, but Jaden Daniels is expected back here this week, which should be a boost to their offense. And then one other guy here as an honorable mention was Mitchell at $4,600 for the New York Jets. Now, he's coming off a really nice game and probably could have had an even bigger game last week. There were a few missed plays on that Jets offense, but I just don't know if 1 week is enough of a sample size for me to just jam him in my cash lineup. I will be considering it. He's projecting to be relatively popular, but I need to look into this one just a little bit more over the weekend. Next, we got the tight ends, and I really like this spot for Tyler Warren this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a defense that has really struggled to stop tight ends this year. If I do need to save the money, I don't mind Kyle Pitts at $4,200, a guy that's played particularly well when Drake London is out of the lineup, averaging close to 5 catches, 55 receiving yards with him out of the lineup. That's basically 10 DraftKings points if you average those numbers out, close to 3x value at that price. And then if I'm really looking to spend down here this week, AJ Barner of the Seattle Seahawks caught my attention. He's been getting on the field more and more with each and every game this year, and they really kind of use him in unique situations as well, to the point where they're even using him in a tush-push scenario. And then Gunnar Helm here at $2,900. Ever since the Tennessee Titans bye, he's been getting on the field more as well, and I really like the targets he's seen here in his last 3 games. And then as honorable mentions, Juwan Johnson, I really like the way he's played as of late, as well as Brenton Strange, 2 guys here in the low 4K range, upper 3K range, offering some nice value. And then wrapping it up here with the defenses, the first 2 defenses are playing against one another. You got the Cleveland Browns taking on a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward. On the other side of that game, you got the Titans here taking on a rookie quarterback in Shadur Sanders. So really good spot for both those defenses. Could just be a low-scoring, sloppy game. And then I don't mind the Washington Commanders at $2,800. No, they are not a very good defense on paper, but considering the matchup against J.J. McCarthy, another rookie quarterback, I definitely don't mind it. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great weekend here, folks, and let's win some money on this Week 14 main slate.